thought we'd find something more significant. Maybe tonight while I'm doing the video editing, I'll start walking in here and just pick up stuff along the way and then share with you what I found when we check back up on it later. Strong need calcium. Or one more piece of paper. I'll take it. Okay. So I don't know if they're all completely randomized or if I'd have to walk like further to get something unique like those curtains. Yeah, but screaming at the top of your lungs might be what got you into this predicament where you've lost your voice. Have a lozenge. Have some tea. Have some soup. Gargle. So, we were talking about we were talking about it a moment ago, but we could go up to the top of the cave and check out what happened here. I guess I could click on it. Then he'll just keep walking when he does get to the end of the hallway. But I have no reason to suspect that it would necessarily be the case other than the fact that I walked up there with a mushroom and it gave me the option to plant a mushroom, but just right there. And now it has been like another week or two, right? I believe. I don't remember what date we ended on last. I could check. Can we teach him to run? I think I would like to believe that he knows how to run and chooses not to. For whatever reason. The shade does not want to run. Yeah, let's see here. We'll look at my VOD. Episode 18 of The Longing. So when we were signing off last, we were at 363. So that's roughly 25 days that we've burned off. So not a whole month, which is unfortunate if there's anything that takes a whole month to roll off, but... Oh, so the main story for The Longing is that there is an ancient king. I don't know if you saw me walk past him earlier when we started, but there's an ancient king who owns this underground kingdom, and he has reserved all of his power, or rather, he needs a 400-day sleep in order to build up the last of his power, I guess, in order to, and we've found out since then that it's pretty much to bring on the apocalypse, or Armageddon. I forget if it said apocalypse or Armageddon. But we've also gotten some indications that maybe that's just an ending for humanity, not for the whole world. I don't know. We have the moral decision of whether or not we want to wake him up at the end of the 400 days or whether or not we want to try to leave. My initial inclination is to figure out how to leave because, why is it my responsibility to wake you up and end the world? But we also don't know enough about the Shade. There might be more lore that I haven't read yet. The Shade could have had a past life. He could have been created by the king. The intro for the game starts with the king opening his hand and the Shade is just sitting in his hand. But the Shade says things like he had a previous life. I've mentioned it before, but he says things like, I've never been so lonely. I mean, that could be true because you're new to the world, but it could also be true because you had a life before. But yeah, so the Shade has a bedroom little cave off the side of the throne room, and you can decorate it. And while you're in there with all the decorations and things, the time goes by a little bit faster. We've gotten it up to about 8.5 times speed, and you can go even faster when you're actually actively playing. If you like play music or start a fire in the fireplace. But I've mined just about every crystal that I can mine, and now we've gotten some pieces of paper and some books, so we can read a little bit. Reading passes the time more quickly. We can draw on the paper in order to beautify our room a little bit more. And if there's nothing else that we see, then I don't know. But I do want to check out the top of the cave. I think that that's going to be our best bet for anything new that we might be able to do, or a clue for what would come next. Last time we got into the library, that was fun. We got a ton of books. We read them all. Burned off a lot of those days. You know, I still haven't played Undertale. And it's, you know, I understand why it's critically acclaimed. I've seen enough of Undertale to get it, to get the like gameplay and everything. If you've played through Undertale, how long would you say the gameplay is? Well, I guess I could also look on how long to beat. It's a great resource for finding that out. howlongtobeat.com. Undertale says the main story is only about 6.5 hours. And if you do extra content, it's about 10.5 hours, and completionist is 20 hours, which I'm assuming is beating it multiple times, from what I understand. If you really draw it out, you can get to 16. I guess it depends on how quickly you read as well. And as a streamer, I would probably have to like read it out loud and give everybody voices. That would be the most entertaining way to do it, I'm sure. But I just haven't, like, all in the year that I've been streaming, a year and 2 months now, I just haven't really had the desire to play an RPG on stream, at least not one where I have to read the entire time. Not that I'm opposed to it, to those type of games. I really do enjoy playing those type of games in general. It's just when it comes time to stream, I'm like, what do I feel like tonight? And lately I felt like simulations. I felt like The Longing, which is also kind of a simulation, I guess, but it's kind of a waiting simulator. You know, we're probably about, I would say we're about 1 to 2 minutes away from the door. I think it's hilarious in a way that this is a part of the game, that there's literally a hall that you can keep walking in without the satisfaction of the time ticking down. Just adds to the lack of options for streaming the game, which makes it mean all the more to me that you guys are hanging out. I wonder if I can handle fade out if I get... Yeah, I was going to see if I could actually make it look like I was touching the shade, but no. My gradient. But yeah, we'll do a little RimWorld tonight. I went back to Factorio on Sunday. You're being forced to do it against your will. Tell me who does that for a living. I need to pay them for a few more. But yeah, I'm still waiting for some other games that are coming out pretty soon. Let me see what's on my wish list, because I am interested in discussing my options for stuff that we might stream in the future. Let's see. Let's sort by... Oh, release date's a little weird to sort by, but... Evil Genius 2, that'll be fun. But that doesn't have a set release date yet, just 2020. I added a few games on here that Strat had suggested. So I gotta look a little bit more into them. Hey, the door. What's up, little log? Kerbal Space Program 2. I might actually stream Dwarf Fortress once the version with graphics comes out on Steam. I know you can add graphics through like modding, but you mean fished? Have I fished yet? I have not. What else is on here? Biomass, that looks cool. That comes out April 28th. Survival journals, I might check that out. Good Company, that comes out in 13 days. I feel like there was some stuff that was sooner than those. Maybe. I don't know. Resident Evil 3 is... Where's it at on my list here? Is it not there? How is that not on my wish list? I know I'm gonna get it. Oh no, I already got it. That's why it disappeared from my wish list. I pre-ordered it. And that's like in early April. We Happy Few. I've seen I like what the art looks like in We Happy Few, but I haven't seen much of the gameplay. Did it have a demo like a year or two before the game came out? Because I want to say that I saw someone play a very short game that looked just like We Happy Few. There was an early access? Ah, gotcha. So I may have seen someone play like a very, very early version that just had like, it was like a city, but it was just like one city block or something. That's another one that I'd be curious to see, like how long that one takes to beat. We Happy Few. 21 hours. 40 hours if you do main plus extra, 73 hours for completionist. Okay. Decent little chunk of story. Took you a good 20 hours to beat, and you were rushing the story. Okay. Still looking around, it doesn't look like anything's changed. I'm headed back up to the top, so we're gonna check there. If anyone has any suggestions, I wouldn't consider suggestions for parts of the map to check to be spoilers necessarily. As long as it's still a surprise when we get there. You know, it's been a couple streams since I've pulled up the map that we made, but let me take a look at that really quick. Let's see if I'm inspired to go anywhere else on the map. I feel like there's that sulfur cave. We haven't been there in a while, but I don't think there's anything else nearby. And there's like a cave. As we head up, I might take a slight detour. See if there's something that we missed. We'll see. Switching to your pistol is faster than reloading. Is that a tip for We Happy Few? Does it just auto reload if you switch weapons? Didn't play a lot of Call of Duty, but I did play Modern Warfare. We Happy Few doesn't have any guns in it. Oh, gotcha. I didn't see any comments about Call of Duty, so I didn't know that's what you were talking about. For a minute there, I was thinking, like, did We Happy Few become something like BioShock? Okay, so yeah, once we head to the center, which we're approaching right now, we'll go up once, and then I'll split to the right at a point where it normally would go up again. Actually, you know, before we do that, let's stand here for a second. We've only done this once. I just want to see if this looks any different. Takes a minute for it to build up. You could barely even tell it's zooming out right now. There's one gun in We Happy Few, but it doesn't shoot, it's just a bayonet, so this is not even loaded anymore, it's just the bayonet. There's the library, right there. There's the gold. This is the room with all the stained glass. This is an oversimplification of that cave network, and this is the halls of eternity. This is the big white crystal room. Mines, and then this door that we waited a long time to open, and that's all that this shows. We covered most of that in the first two streams. Covered most of it in the first stream, except for the white crystal room. So let's see if this looks any different. There was this staircase that goes up, and it's just a disappointment at the top. I haven't looked up there in a while, but it still looks the same, from here at least. You got stuck with games. Welcome back. I was saying I would take a suggestion if you have a suggestion for where we should go next. I wouldn't necessarily consider a location suggestion to be a spoiler, as long as it's still a surprise when we get there. So this is the area that I was thinking of. Like, I don't remember if I guess we can't get up here. Right, because we go this way, we fell down, we got the Matic there, and then I don't think you can climb up here. We haven't been in the room with the sulfur in a while. We got that, we made a stinky fire, and that was it. This is the room with coal. There's the room with a face. Here's the library. Oh, behind my head. Library's over here. So yeah, I wonder if it's still dark up here, or if it's brightened up a bit now that we've been up there. Stinky fire is probably a no-no. Yeah, it was a no-no when we tried it at the end of the very first stream, and we didn't get our bonus when we were offline between the first two streams, just because he couldn't go back into his room. And it was there for a long time. How about going right? Over here? Back over here? You need your badge. I thought that, you know what? I might have something for you, little on. One sec, let's try this. There you go. You're a VIP. I don't know exactly what that's going to look like on your end, but when I redid the badges for bit donations and such, it might have overwritten what you had earned just prior. Maybe not. How about left is up is out of the question? You mean left and... So up's not out of the question. We can go back over to where all the mushrooms are up here. And I planted a mushroom at the highest point that we could get to, just below a cliff, and I'm wondering if maybe that grows and we can climb it. I don't know. We've come all the way over here through the white crystals. I went back over there and harvested the white crystals that we could harvest for our room last time, or between last time and this time, just while I was editing videos. And we climbed up through here and picked through here. And all that really did was allow us to come back around to the left and grab the other mattock, I believe. Ah. Up to the mushroom it is then. Yeah, I think so. It's still kind of zooming out, but we pretty much see everything now. I'm gonna give it just another moment because I kind of want to take another screenshot now that all of this is lit up, because this was dark the first time. How did the king even get down here? Doors are too small. Okay, yeah, it's this cliff right here where we planted a mushroom. So let me take a screenshot. Save that real quick. Longing map 2. Okay. Okay, yeah, off we go. What place shall I visit today? He must have been sitting down. Let's go up and away to here. Let's take a walk. It's interesting that it's still zooming out. Did he stop walking? I hear him. There we go. Can he make it out of the room before it finishes zooming back in? Slowest race ever. He's gonna do it though. Oh, you're gonna be heading out? Alright, Atomic. Have a good one. If you feel like joining again later, again, I'll be playing RimWorld. And if it goes well, then might make a couple weeks out of that. Or more. We'll see. Take it easy. Wow. I so wish there were more places in the background that we could walk to. The emotes. Those aren't even emotes, the emoji. Go a little lighter on the emoji. I mean, I have the feature on for a reason. But I would rather have the things that pop up on the screen be the things that are notifying me how you feel. I'm sure you don't feel subway train, dog, star, rocket. Actually, I don't know. You've joined quite a few times. I think sometimes you do feel subway train, rocket. They do make up a little neighborhood. I do see that. You have like the street level in the sky. That's fair. It's handcrafted. I'm wondering how much more there is to discover up above, because I mean it takes so long to zoom the map out. It gives the impression that we've been just about everywhere already. Surely there's more to do, or it wouldn't be set to 400 days, it would be set to 100 days. I do like the sound in this part of the cave. It's because like there's like these faint noises in the background, like there might be something somewhere making the noise. Something from the surface. Copy and paste. I mean, offhand bot's just going to tell you to join the Discord. Or how long we've been streaming. I don't think there was anything to the left of the boulder. I think it was a dead end over here. It pans up a little bit right there and then it comes back down. Fair. Turnabout is fair play. We haven't even had a really good opportunity to pick up a piece of coal, I don't think. Usually we have them falling right in front of us. It is interesting that you don't have anywhere you can check your inventory. You have to wait until you pick up one to see like what your count's at. Or I guess you could check your inventory if you went to the fireplace and deliberated on starting a fire. Where is he? Oh, he's way across the room. Hi. Yeah. He may come join us. I also hope that the spiderweb doesn't have a limited number of crawls that we can do on it before it breaks. That would be bad. Spider friend's still here. Can you go for a run? I mean, offhand bot will usually say something every like 15 minutes or so. I think that's the timer I have set on it. But if you're gonna go for a run, go for a run. Let off some energy. Get out of the house if you can, in a safe way. If you're running around the yard. bit more mushrooms. I'm just gonna go ahead and pick one so we have a light. Just because that's kind of fun to see. Let's just walk over here to the left first before we go up. I just want to double check that mushroom room to see if it looks any different. I don't know what time zone Little Odds in. It's 8:40 p.m. for me. I know for you, Strat, it's like how many hours later? Oh, I hit the... Sometimes the weight of my second finger just clicks the button. 2:40 a.m. right now? So that's 6 hours. 6 hours difference. You are a quarter of the world away. roughly.